on the other side, look at what's happening. I mean, did you hear what James Carville said? This op-ed. He said his own party is constipated, leaderless, and a cracked-out clown car that has been barreling down the road towards civil war. He's right. Now, that's a phrase that I don't think I have said more than once tied to James Carville. He's right on that.
It's funny, too, because he says, what is it, cracked out clown car,
and it's just
which doesn't even change your behavior, so it's just a normal clown car.
Right.
Remember that.
He said, they're divided. These are the words I hear from my fellow Democrats using to describe our party as of late. The truth is, they're not wrong. The Democratic Party is in shambles. And if you look at what's happening in New York with Mamdani, and then what's the guy in Minneapolis? He's a communist Islamist as well. The same thing is happening. The mayor of, Minneapolis, could be a guy who calls Somalia home, even though he was born here in America. He calls Somalia his home, not America. And he may be the new communist mayor of Minneapolis. These are just going to go to hell.
I mean, New York is such a crazy one. You have all the candidates that are out there. I was watching TV today, and I was watching Curtis Sliwa out there campaigning. I was like, this guy, he's known for just not liking crime. That's like his whole life. He thinks you should be protected from criminal action, from criminals victimizing you in some terrible way. That is, and he wears a hat. Those two things are why you know the guy. And they're not even considering him. They're considering A, communist, B, guy who murders old people and gropes women, C, guy who's a little strange and maybe corrupt and isn't doing a great job as mayor currently, but has a couple policies that are maybe okay. Those are the only people that are even on the, and they're not even really considering that the third one, Adams.
They're doing the Islamist guy who is also a communist.
Or Cuomo, who's one of the worst people that society has ever produced.
Crazy.
Like those, why wouldn't you go? And not to mention, this is a city, Glenn, if I may, that has had 2 or 3 really successful periods over the past 50 years, both of which were when Republicans were mayors of it. And they're not even considering the guy.
No, they hate it.
Who's like, hey, maybe we shouldn't have a government that's in your face all the time, or criminals that are in your face all the time. That's all he's saying. He's not even taking some hardcore I don't know, some vision of the country that is super divisive. He's just like a normal Republican who's saying I don't know, maybe you shouldn't get murdered in the streets.
You said not controversial. I mean, maybe you're white and deserve to be murdered in the streets. The crazy thing is they are now talking about, New York. Mamdani is talking about free groceries, not free grocery stores, but city-run grocery stores.
Oh, yeah.
You know that Kansas City has one. In fact, do we have this?
Good. This
is from Kansas City about their city-run grocery store. Listen.
But recently, the shelves have looked like this.
Empty.
I had to catch the bus all the way to Walmart.
What is that like for you?
It's very inconvenience.
So what's going on? Well, we asked Councilwoman Melissa Robinson, who represents the area.
Right now, because of a lot of the elements of safety, our residents and neighbors don't feel comfortable shopping in the store. To keep the store open, it will require some city subsidy and investment.
So in council chambers Thursday afternoon, she's proposing about $750,000 to go to the store to help restock.
And I've been very clear that if we want that store to be viable, there's going to have to be a subsidy year after year.
In the meantime, Alan and Latrice just hope that the next time they come back, there will be a little bit more to take home.
It's unbelievable.
It's unbelievable. It looks like Venezuela.
Yeah, it absolutely does.
And that's because it is, right? That's because that's a Venezuelan policy.
Let me show you the
action.
pictures of a Soviet grocery store. Here's some pictures of a Soviet grocery store. Right. Okay. Did that not look like the last image that you saw in Kansas City?
Yep.
Empty meat shelves. Look at that. Nothing. This is the way it was in the Soviet Union. That looks exactly like Kansas City. Why? Because it doesn't work.
It's the same policy.
It doesn't work. Now, here's a Cuban that went to a Costco for the very first time. Listen to this.
Cierra los ojos.
Close your eyes. He opens his eyes.
No, it's awesome.
And he's just leaning over the meat counter, which looks normal to us.
You can't believe it. You can't believe how much there is.
Look at all the people just buying meat. There's so much meat here. There's too much. There's too much here.
Manzana.
Look at the apples. Apples!
Que los papeles míos de la entrada aquí me decían que yo era un alienígena. Y yo ahora voy a
What's he
ver si yo
saying?
digo, es que soy un alienígena.
Seems to be speaking
Tú
a
nunca
different
crees que
language,
vas
I'm
a
not
llegar a
sure.
esto. Tú nunca crees que vas a llegar a esto.
Okay,
Hasta que
so
llegas
this is a
por
guy.
dentro, es real, ¿viste?
This is a guy who's coming from Cuba, has never seen anything like a Costco, and we're bitching all the time.
I know.
All the time.
You know, people make fun of me for this, but I have that exact reaction every time I walk into a Walmart.
Me too.
I don't look at it as like, oh, urban sprawl. Oh, can you believe all these fluorescent lights? I look at it as a freaking miracle. Do you understand how impossible it is in all of human history that one place like that would exist, let alone one in every town?
You know, you don't understand.
Incredible.
I live in a town of 400 people. Okay. In the summertime, I'm usually in town of 400 people.
Mm-hmm.
We're 45 minutes away from a Walmart.
You are not 45 minutes away from Walmart. I know where you live. You are 10 minutes away from a Walmart.
No, we're not.
Yes, you are.
No,
you
we're not.
Silly goose. Yes, you are. You just
you
don't know where the Walmarts are, Glenn.
No, you don't know. You've been there once. I'm telling you.
I'm sorry. I'm thinking of your house here. Okay,
Oh,
I
yeah.
apologize.
Yeah,
I'm like, what
okay.
are you talking about?
Yeah,
okay,
no.
Okay.
Okay, in a town of 400 people. I don't live in a town of 400 people here.
Got it.
In a town of 400 people, I'm like, what are you talking about? And, you know, there is something to be said for a lot of the country that just doesn't have, like here, you live in Dallas, you are 10 minutes away from everything.
Yes.
Okay. You go in most of the country, you're not 10 minutes away from everything. And it is remarkable to see how much food, how much variety we have everywhere.
Yeah, and to quibble with the way you're breaking that down, because when you talk about like land mass, that might be true. When you talk about where the population is, though, almost everyone lives in a situation where, you know, again, it's 80% of the population lives in situations where they're very close to these things in widespread bounty, which is a miracle.
I wouldn't expect a Walmart to build a Walmart in a town of 400 people.
And your town would oppose it immediately, probably. Not sure. Maybe not. Yeah. It would make a lot of economic sense, probably.
Zero.
In the situation where you are. But like, you know, there's a town half an hour away from your place in Idaho, and it's like, there's lots of stuff there. I mean, it's not a big town, but it's very, very nice.
It's exactly what we had when I was growing up. Mm-hmm. And it's fine. It's
great.
All fine.
Yeah.
But we are so... Wait. I want a specific lampshade, and that's an hour away? What? I've got to wait a whole day before I can get the latest computer? What? I mean, it is crazy. It's crazy.
Yeah. You know, look, capitalism has its problems. It's not a perfect thing. It's not meant to be a perfect thing.
It's the best.
It is by far the best.
Churchill, it's the worst system except for every other system ever tried. Okay? I mean, if that's not absolute truth, it's a horrible system, except for every other system that's ever been tried. It's the best. It's the best.
I feel like we have a lot of people. It's certainly mostly on the Mom Donnie left. Crept into the right a little bit. We just don't even appreciate what we have here anymore, man.
What is crazy is that's where the youth is going. I can't say, not generations Z, which is the latest, the youngest one? Is it Generation Z?
Is younger than millennials? Is that what you're looking for? Then there's an alpha, I believe, after that.
Okay, so either Z or alpha or both. But X and millennials, they're gone. They're gone. But the other ones are more conservative than we are. But still, nobody understands civics. Nobody understands those people. They don't have an understanding of the Bill of Rights at all. They look at freedom of speech completely differently. These things are coming our way because they don't understand them. They've never been taught them. I mean, this is what's driving me to the torch. We've got to get to the youth of America and make sure they understand civics. They need to understand why these rights and responsibilities are so important. They need to be excited about them. We should be excited about capitalism. But everybody's like, wow, what do you mean? Show me something better that has lifted more people out of poverty. Show me one thing. One.
It's a miracle.
Can't.
It's a literal miracle.